Happy Juneteenth Day. I'm so happy that you are celebrating this day. For some people, it's the very first day. In Texas, this day, June 19th, has become a holiday since 1980. And it's the day basically when the last set of slaves were free by General Gordon Granger. So this is a very important day in history. I'm glad to see many companies have made announcements and they're making this a holiday, a paid holiday. Some companies are giving personal leave and some companies are giving half day off. So that's really great. We're great that this day is being recognized. It has been a day that's been on the books for many years. Contrary to what Trump said, he did not make this day famous. It was already famous. Now that we have this day, now that everyone's recognizing this day, now that we see companies saying, hey, we need to be a little more inclusive with our paid holidays, what's next? Because this is just the first step. This is not the party where we're all going to dance and say it's over and we shall overcome and we have overcome, or we're going to sing Kumbaya. This is where we're saying, great, we love that you're beginning to align with your anti-racist statement. Now, what's next? And if you don't know what's next, I'm going to give you 3 things that you can do in your what's next of aligning. And those 2 things, the first thing I'm going to tell you is that you need to ban the box. And what is that? Ban the box disproportionately affects African American women. And how? Because a lot of them go to jail. We go to jail not necessarily or get arrested for crimes that were even violent crimes. Most of them are non-violent crimes. So let me take a step back. What is ban the box and what's in that box? That's that box that's on job applications that say, have you ever been convicted of a crime? That box that say in some companies, have you ever been arrested? And so once someone ticks that box, they're out automatically. And this box could have been ticked because of something that happened when that person was 18, 19 years old. And we're now looking at a 40-something-year-old African-American woman with credentials, but can't use those credentials simply because your organization has banned the box. Now, we know in some states, it has already become law. We know some companies have even implemented it before it became law. Starbucks, Walmart, Target, but we need more and more companies to do this. So that's the first thing you can do. The second thing you can do is stop checking everybody's credit. That's another thing. What are you checking their credit for? Because people have hard times. People have hit hard times. I mean, 2008 is still hoovering over a lot of people's heads. A lot of people are still trying to dig themselves out of that hole because they are underemployed. And so if you're asking this woman to tell you what her credit score is, and you're going to judge her ability to do her work simply because her credit score is not a 750 or 850 or whatever you're looking for to do your simple bookkeeping job. No, please don't do that. So let's go ahead and get rid of that credit score requirement in your job search. And the next one, salary history. Why are you asking us that? Why do we need to put down our salary history? So let's think about it from this perspective. You already have a range of what you're going to pay. You have your middle to your high range. You already know what you're going to pay. When I tell you my salary of what I was making, and I tell you now that, oh, I'm making $10 and you are about to offer me 20, you're like, oh no, why do I need to offer you 20? You'll be so happy with 15. Why would you do that? Why would you already bring this person in with that pay inequity? So don't do that. Get rid of your salary history, because just because my last job, I was only making $10 doesn't mean that I don't deserve the 20. Why? Maybe my last job at 10, it was because I was working this job while I was putting myself to school, because I actually quit a very lucrative job that I had before that so I could go back to school to get more credentials. Maybe this is a career shift and maybe I'm changing lanes, and what am I doing? Maybe I was a stay-at-home mom, and so therefore the first job that I took didn't pay what I know that I'm actually worth. It could be a host of reasons, but if you are not actually asking people or looking at people's experiences, their education, and then determining salaries, then you are being biased. And I know you really don't want to do that. So stop asking that question. So those are the 3 things that you can do so you can align up with your anti-racist statement, and so that you can really be an organization that breaks down all the infrastructures and all the policies and processes that you have that is holding back the women, and especially the African American women in your organization. Thanks so much for listening. If you want to be a part of our conversations, join us at HR for Her. Right in our group, we will have more conversations like this. Have an amazing day.